Nearly any college student or even grade school student would agree that when the words essay, paper, writing, or anything along those lines are stated by your professor, they are often accompanied by an overwhelming sense of dread. This instinctual anxiety that forms as soon as there is any hint that a paper will be assigned is only enhanced when it is discovered that this particular paper will also involve a decent amount of research. Throughout my educational career, I have consistently struggled to put my thoughts on the paper. That is, until I formulated a simple technique that dramatically assisted my writing process. Although it is nearly impossible to alleviate all of the pain and sorrow that are carried with the weight of a research paper, there are several tactics such as developing a helpful outline, gathering sufficient research, and avoiding procrastination at all costs that can be used to minimize the stress during the writing process and enhance the quality of your paper. Perhaps the most crucial step of any research paper is creating an adequate outline. This goes for all papers in general, not just research papers. The outline helps with everything. This is usually done by listing your introduction, 3 body point passages, and a conclusion, although it may vary depending on your topic. In any instance though, an outline should be formatted listing each item the rubric lists as a necessity. Placing your main points onto the paper in an orderly fashion will greatly help with the research process, as you will know exactly what to look for. The outline of any paper is always going to be the hardest part, but when it is completed, it allows for the rest of the paper to flow effortlessly. The next step to creating a successful research paper is gathering sufficient research. Although this may seem overwhelming at first, there are what seems to be an infinite amount of potential sources out there available, it is actually quite simple. Research must be tailored to meet the needs of the main points of your paper, the ones listed in the outline. Gather information that further supports your argument and the overall idea of the paper. If someone's paper was all about why cats are better than dogs, for example, with one of their points being that cats are quieter, they could provide factual evidence that a cat's meow can never exceed the decibel level of a dog's bark. Another essential part of the researching process is to use credible sources. Usually a teacher or professor provides a list of sites to avoid, but it is generally known to stay away from sites like Wikipedia that can be easily edited. Many college libraries have a plethora of academic journals and articles that are available that serve as excellent research sources. When you're researching, you want to steer towards sites that end in edu or .gov, official sites like those. Those are key indicators that they're actual science or facts. The last key element in the writing process of a research paper is to avoid procrastination at all costs. I know this may be the hardest part, but is absolutely key. Typically, a research paper will be assigned long before it is due. You should start the developing process immediately. That's right, immediately, around a day or two after it is assigned. If the time period allows for it, it is a good idea to start working around a month before the paper is due. I know what you're thinking, this paper isn't due till the end of the semester, I don't have to worry about it at all. I've been in that same position and I've procrastinated just like everyone else has, but that's definitely not the right mentality to have. Adequately spacing out the writing process provides you with much more time. In addition, you also get freedom with your paper. Starting in advance allows you to only spend a few hours a week working instead of cramming for an entire weekend. And I know we've all been there. In conclusion, writing a research paper will never appear as enticing when it is assigned. No one gets excited when they are told that they have a research paper. It is only human nature to be unhappy about having to actually put an effort into schoolwork, especially when it is something like a research paper. By following a few simple guidelines, it is possible to eliminate the anxiety and unpleasantness of writing a research paper. Producing a satisfactory outline, gathering sufficient research, and allocating a specific amount of time for work are beneficial to reaching your research and writing potential. Who knows, if you follow these steps, you may actually even enjoy researching and writing about your topic. Thank you.